Hey guys, so today we're going to continue with our comparing two texts. And again, it's going to be on the same topic. And these are our paired texts, which means, like we did yesterday, they're on the same topic, but they might have a little bit different information. So we continued to focus yesterday on pulling out the differences and similarities between the two texts. We're going to do the same thing today with tornadoes. And again, you need to have a very, very critical eye here, which we said yesterday is when you're really, really focusing in, looking at the details, comparing, and not skimming over anything. We have to kind of dive deeper today. You will have two texts on tornadoes, and you will notice that they both are about the same topic, but the information within the two passages are a little bit different. If you'd like, as I read through this, you could do a Venn diagram like we set up yesterday. If you want to give these a title, you could say paired text 1 and paired text 2. If you look at the top up here, it tells you. Or if you want to call it just powerful tornado and tornado drill, those are also appropriate titles. Again, we said if you'd like, I think boxes and bullets are really helpful. It helps you pull out the main idea from each article and kind of see how it's different, what's the same. If you want to get a little more specific, you could hop into your Venn diagram, again, where you compare and contrast. I would say as I read through this, definitely pause along the way. So that way you give yourself a few seconds to take some notes, write some things down. I'm going to read through both for you guys, and then I'll chat about them after we're done. So again, as we read through these, just kind of see what's the general idea. It's a little hard on the first one because you can't compare it to the second one yet. You kind of have to read both before you compare. But again, take some notes on the main idea or any important details that you see in text 1, and then we'll go ahead and read text 2 together. Powerful tornado destroys 400 homes in Lawrence, Kansas. A devastating tornado tore through the town of Lawrence, Kansas last night. The tornado destroyed homes and businesses, causing chaos throughout the region. As a result, 18 people were injured. No one was killed. The tornado was very large and powerful. It cut a 32-mile-long path through the outskirts of Lawrence. Wind speeds in the twister reached up to 170 miles per hour. At its widest, the tornado was 1 mile across. The National Weather Service reported, the damage the storm caused and its high wind speeds earned the tornado an EF4 rating. That's only one rating higher than this. Over 400 homes were destroyed by the massive tornado. In addition to destroying buildings, the tornado also ripped up power lines and trees. As a result, many area residents were without power late into the evening. The mayor of Lawrence, Brian Christensen, said that he feels lucky no one was killed in the violent storm. Town residents listened to the weather alerts and waited out the storm in their basements. Christensen says that it's the first time in his 22 years living in the community that he's had to hide in his basement. The tornado caused the Kansas International Airport to close for several hours. This is because the tornado ripped up and carried debris up to 40 miles away. The debris made it hazardous for planes to take off or land. Passengers at the airport took shelter in the parking garage tunnels. There they waited for 45 minutes until the danger had passed. This powerful twister is one of several to affect communities across the country. Other recent tornadoes have been reported in Ohio and New Jersey. So if I were you, I'd pause right now. I'd give myself some big idea notes. If you do have any concerns about vocabulary, there is the vocabulary on the bottom down here, devastating and outskirts. Devastating, highly destructive or damaging. Outskirts, the outer part of a town or a city. And actually those will be going over in just a second here. So here is paired text number 2. Tornado drills can save lives. One of the best ways schools can keep kids safe during a tornado is making sure everyone knows what to do. Tornado drills are a tool used by schools across the country to prepare for tornadoes. During tornado drills, students and teachers do exactly what they would do if they were a real tornado. Tornadoes are known for their high-speed winds that can rip up buildings and trees. In a tornado, flying glass and debris are very dangerous. For this reason, it's best to be in a place without windows during a tornado. So teachers and staff identify safe places in the school. Often school hallways and basements are the safest places. During tornado drills, children practice moving to these places very quickly. There's not always a lot of warning before a tornado, so it's important that students and teachers can get to the tornado safe spaces quickly. Most schools try to do this in under 2 minutes. By participating in tornado drills, schools can make sure there aren't any problems that would slow things down. For example, high schools might practice what to do if a tornado warning is given between classes when everyone is moving around. Wind and flying debris are the biggest concerns during tornadoes. To stay safe, it's best to be close to the ground. In schools, this means students sit on the floor and bend over. Then they use their hands to cover their heads. During tornado drills, children practice sitting in this position. Tornado drills may seem boring and annoying, but they can save lives. If everyone knows what to do when a real tornado occurs, everyone will be safer. So again, this is a great point to stop. Complete your Venn diagram or your boxes and bullets notes. Hopefully, as we read through this second one, you were noticing some very good similarities and differences. I noticed some words that were repeated in both articles. I noticed some ideas that were repeated in both articles. Today, I'm going to pull back a little bit of help and kind of have you guys dive into those similarities and differences on your own a little more. When you're ready, we have right here, these are our vocabulary words from both. If you need to look at the pictures, this is a wonderful helping tool. I also have for you guys on the next page the definitions of each word, so you have to use them in a sentence, and you can read yourself the definition, and then you can also go back and use the picture to kind of help you visualize it a little bit better. Once you're done using vocab in a sentence, you will have a way to summarize and connect. I'm gonna actually exit out of the full screen here. I put them both on either side for you so you can kind of go back and forth. Your job today is you need to write a quick summary of text 1, main idea and details, and a quick summary of text 2, and then you're gonna say how these two passages are connected. What is the same about both of these passages? I'm hoping this answer can be maybe about 5 sentences long. We've been working on this a lot. Passage 1 and passage 2 are similar because blah, 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 blah. If you want to add differences in here, that would be lovely as well. Again, your summary of text 1 and text 2, I'd say maybe about 4 sentences. Text 1 was about blah, da, 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 da. An important detail was, another important detail is. I'd say the summary of text 1 and text 2 should probably be about 3 to 4 sentences. And then how they're connected, this is the similarities you saw between the two, which we've done a lot of. And then when you're ready to move on to writing, I will have the writing lesson actually posted separately, just so that way you guys are able to stop during reading. So really work hard here on pulling out the big ideas from text 1, big ideas from text 2, which again, they are a little bit different. I'd say the summary-wise, I think the text 1 and text 2 focus on very different things, but they have a lot in common. So I'll also have another supporting video here on how to write the summary, and send me an email if you need any help.